Hello, everyone. This is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's ATM10 Let's Play series. Today, I'd like to automate the atomic reconstructor real quick. My plan is thus. I'm going to link this dude up and give him an energy card so that he fills up nicely. Beautiful. And I think I can do this pretty easily. So you can either have redstone pulse mode or you can have redstone deactivation mode. So when it's receiving a redstone signal, it's off, or it runs only on pulse. See, so with it in deactivation mode, just gonna kind of run all the time. So what we want to do is tell it not to run when there's not something to craft. In the past, I've done stuff with a pressure plate and made it so that when an item lands on it, it activates a pressure plate and pulses it. But as we've seen, if you try to do a big craft, right? So if I throw a whole stack of quartz on there, and then we pulse it, it doesn't craft at all because it runs out of power before it gets a chance to craft everything. So basically we want to drop an item on here and detect when there's any item in front of it. And if there is, turn off the redstone signal, causing this thing to be disabled. Okay? So let's put you back in deactivation mode. And what I'm going to do is use the sensor from Just Dire Things. Okay, now you are going to target items, and you're going to have a empty deny list, and you're going to do a weak signal. So if I do that, and I drop an item there, that kind of works, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That's kind of cool. I'm on board. Okay. Then in addition, what we can have is a simple dropper. Is that sufficient? Cool. Now you're going to drop a stack of items. So whatever I put in there will all go in at the same time. Okay. We'll ignore any redstone signals that are occurring. We'll drop downwards, and we'll do this every 20 ticks or once a second. It'll check for anything it has to drop and then do the drop. Okay. So in theory, if I were to give you a bunch of quartz, okay, let's see what happens here. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is make sure my player doesn't magnet nothing up. So for that, I'm going to wind up putting you here and expand the range of everything. And hopefully that'll be cool enough. And if it's not, then I'll make an advanced one that's bigger. Okay. But in theory, I do this. Right. And that should be allowed to run now. Cool. Now it does do that blip thing, but that's okay. I have a plan for that as well. It involves this cool looking stuff. Okay. Very fancy and impressive glass. Clear leaded glass. Thank you very much. It is cool. So yeah, that should be good. Now the only other thing we're going to want to do is a pattern provider here. And then we want an item collector that will have an allow list and show your area. So I'm going to want you to boop, boop. So right there is the area in which it can pick up. And I don't think it needs to be bigger. I think that's fine. And then we're going to allow list something like prismarine. Okay. So now what I should be able to do is very quick and easily do prismarine comes from quartz, right? But get that atomic reconstructor out of there. We don't need that in the recipe. Cool. And then we can turn you off and we can set this. And now I just need to get you, some stuff. Right? So I might want to shrink this up. I'm going to make you not so tiny. What if I made you half height? Is half height enough to get yeah, that's cool. In relation to Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. So I should have no problem doing something like this, right? And then we can put our P2P here. We can load you up with our memory card. Ready, sure? B644. What do I hope that's right? You're not small enough to get past that, are you? Are you small? Oh, you're small enough to get past that. B644, correct. I love this. I really do love the shrink mod. I just hate that this happens a lot. But, like, there's nothing you can do about that, I'm assuming. So, it is what it is. Cool. So that brings you online. Give me some more cables while you're at it, please. So now if I want Prismarine, I should be able to come over here. Okay. You can be placed like so, and then you can be glassed up. And that's like a super compact and cool way to automate the laser, right? So if I want like 20 Prismarine, it's going to drop 20 quartz in there. And then he'll sense, he'll start crafting. I don't think there's any way to speed that up. I think when it's on deactivation mode, it's just going to run. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like a slight pause there. It also gives it time to like recharge the laser, which is cool, I think. And then crafting is complete. How cool is that? And then it's easy to add recipes to it. All we need to do is break in here, and all we'd have to do is add whitelistable items. So maybe real quick, we could look at like some atomic reconstruction recipes that we might want to add here. So like Inyori crystals, I don't think we need soul sand at this point. We could do the diamantine, we could do we could do void crystals. Leather from zombie flesh is cool, but I don't know if we'll need it. Anything else? Restonia crystals, maybe. Just the actually additions type stuff. That's cool. I don't think much else needs to be automated here. So what I'll do is I will add each of these to the pickup list, knowing that there's a potential, like, you know, thing. And then we can cover you up. And real quick, get these recipes ready to go, right? So I would do you, and then I would do you. And now actually additions, at least the atomic reconstructor laser dude is fully automated. Did I? Yeah, I don't want those. Cool. And then finally, Restonia crystals. Cool. Okay. And that can all go into the simple dropper recipe. That is you. Nice. Cool. Loving it. Oh, and while we're here, water breathing upgrade, please. I never did make that last episode. Sweet. Okay, so you're all done, you're all done, you're all done, you're all done. We were looking at doing seashelves for this guy. So we would want, it said it wants me to make 10 of them, right? So I should have no problem making 10 bottles. Okay. And then for whatever reason, I can't get water bottles, but is there like a way to get water bottles? I guess not. I was thinking there was like I think there's a water bucket recipe that uses the essence, but not bottles apparently. Okay. I guess. You know what I could do is maybe right here, I'll get a bucket of water. Cool. And then you guys all go away. Like, I think we're cool on stuff for now. You can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. And I can make my seashelves, which should be pretty easy. I just need, I'm gonna need 60 of these prismarine bricks, right? Yeah, it's really expensive, isn't it? Unless I found, I'm gonna look real quick to see if we've happened upon one of those dudes. You know what I'm talking about? I would see it on the map for sure if I had stumbled across one. Not looking too likely. Surprising that I haven't found one of those like Elder Guardian Fortress dudes. Now, in fairness, there's like a bunch of stuff up here that I could probably explore, but no, that's fine. So I'm gonna need, according to my calculator, 9 times 60 blocks is 540. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of prismarine. Is that really like what we need to do here? I guess so. Because we need 6 blocks. Yeah, that's expensive-ish. Yeah, 540. I mean, we have the stuff. It's just going to take, you know, a minute. Let's do like 200 at a time here. I'm going to let this run real quick off camera. And then when we get back, we'll make this. Cool? I guess my only note here would be careful about putting too much in here at once, because there's nothing that like stops it. And items do expire from the world after a while. So if I had done all 600 at once, it may take more than a couple minutes to do all 600, and that might cause the items to void themselves. I don't think there's any way to solve that. So it's just, you have to be aware of it, right? So actually quite close to done here. So I can probably request another couple hundred. Probably another 300 to be fair, and we'll be fine. It is running pretty quickly. All right, mission accomplished. That's cool. So I'm going to need 60-ish of these, which I should have enough of. Done. And then I should be able to make you guys. No problemo. And that should be easy peasy. Quest complete. Nice. Seashelves. Very cool. Okay. So that's that bit done. Now, what I'm probably going to want to do is... So, like, I don't need this to live here, right? So let's set up a way for you to transfer this experience down for me. So I'm going to set your channel color to a nice green on account of the fact that you're experience, right? And you should have no problem extracting 5 buckets a second. That'll be good enough for now. And then you're going to go here, and you will connect these guys up. And then down in my basement area down here, I'll set up you linked, and then you can connect to here. And then on the up, you will insert fluids, and then boom. And now we're getting our stuff all sent over. Is that cool? So he'll take a hot minute to do everything unless I throw a couple overclockers in there. And that should be a lot faster. Keeping in mind that, like, we don't need this to be that fast under normal circumstances, right? Pretty cool. Sweet. That works. And then I can keep whatever amount of experience I want in stock, or I can just, tap it out when I need. So, like, for example, if I were to move this guy, how about in this direction? So that, like, when I'm standing here, Okay. You keep me at 30 levels. Okay. And we will ignore. Now it'll just kind of always keep me at 30 levels. That's cool. Or I could keep it in pulse mode and then just like hit a button. Or I can make it a lever based. I like the idea of a lever. So only when high, right? So activate, keep me at level 30. Looking good, right? Infusion criteria not met. So if I want to infuse these in here, I need to have at least 45 Eterna, 15 Quanta, and 10 Arcana. So these guys can get me up to 45, so that's cool. Now that's Eterna plus 2, this is Eterna plus 3. So that'll get me up to 42. That'll get me up to 45. Actually, I think it's probably pretty safe to say just, you know, that's 38. 44? That's not bad. Yeah, that's cool. 45, Quanta 15. So is that infusion criteria met? Yeah, I just need to be level 45, which I can do like that. And now I should very easily be able to do that, provided I have enough lapis, which I can probably do a keep in stock kind of deal with, but we'll get there. Cool. Now it's just going to keep me at level 45 all the time, which is awesome sauce. Right? Sweet. And these guys are pretty much like always better to do the infused versus like the not infused. Right? And that'll cap me out at 60, right? So now for infusion here, I'm gonna have to get up to 60, but like I'm okay with that. Right? Not a big difference. All right, so our next goal should be crystalline seashelves, of which the quest book wants me to get 14. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. Let me get this guy back down to like 15-ish. If I put down one more bookshelf, would you be cool? Yes, excellent. Sweet. Okay, back to 45 or 6 then. All right, let's get you fused. Yeah, I told you I was going to kind of beeline this. All right, conveniently, I can use our buddy, the mechanical squeezer, to turn you into these. So then I should have no problem doing this times 14 to fulfill this quest, which is cool. And that'll get me my first deep shelf, which will be neat. Cool. So if I want dormant deep shelves, we're just going to need some books. So quest-wise, I'm just knocking out the quests, assuming that, like, yeah, that'll be cool. So let's just get our deep shelf infusioned, which will need at least 60, at least 40, and at least 40. Cool. So if I got a skull, 1 to 30. So that's an amendment skull pile. That's not what we want. We want you to do that. Should be cool. And then you should be able to, provided I am level 60. Nice. And that'll quest complete, I assume. Deep shelf. Isn't that what I just made? Yes. Do I need this to be completed back here? I might have to do the Hell Shelves quests. Okay. I can knock that out real quick. Hell shelves, I'm going to need 10 of you, according to the quest. And I'm just doing it to complete the quest. I don't know that I need all of these things, but like, let's just do it. Make the quest happy. Is that cool? So how are we for... We should have actually a lot of nether bricks. Not necessarily here. By the way, I upgraded this to this dude. I wonder how fast this is now. But here should have a lot of netherrack. Wow, that's fast. That is quite fast. I like how fast that is. I like the part where I need another power thingy to like keep up with it. I'm gonna need some better cables soon. That is quite good. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty fancy. So then I should be able to make a bunch of these. And I need, for the quest, I need 10 hell shelves. So that'll be 60-ish, right? So that should be fine. So you just need more bookshelves, like 10-ish, and start that. And then it's the potions of regeneration that might be tricky. Well, not tricky, but yeah, I'm going to need at least a few gas tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that sound right? Because I need 10 in total. So that's going to be, and then bottles. Right? So 10 of you, that is the nether wart potion. I might as well do 12. So that'll be 4 and 4. Cool. Cool. That'll be just a hot minute, so I will be right back when that's all done. I'm just going to craft these off camera. Cool. All right, so a little bit of off-camera crafting, but I made like the good skulk shelves. I made some melon shelves because the next task for me is to make infused dragon's breath, and that has to be at least 15, but no more than 30. So I'm sitting right at 15, which is cool, and I should be able to infuse some dragon's breath now, which is cool because infused dragon's breath is what we need to make end shelves. Okay. So we're just going to need some end bricks, which I assume I can make some of. Right. And then maybe not that many. My goodness. Sugarcane's going to have to be something we automate at some point, huh? So then you are going to be good to do this. I'm just making a bunch because, like, honestly, we're fine. And then pearlescent is going to be you. And then you're going to give me a dragon head as a reward? That's nice. And an extra, that's cool, right? So I'm going to need you. And then I'll make you, which I'm not too worried about, because I'm going to get a dragon's head as a reward and an extra end shelf as a reward. And that's cool. And then this is how you make the most perfect setup that you can, right? And wow, we're only at 78 levels now. So we're starting to hurt on levels a little bit. A little bit. Like we're starting to hurt. So what do I got by way of... Sweet. Okay. So the perfect shelf. We're going to want 2 heart-forged seashelves, right? And for that, we're going to need 2 hearts of the sea, which needs prismarine and squid essence, or a whole bunch of annoyance, or I could go find them. So squid and prismarine essence might not be too terrible. What's prismarine? Agglomerates? That could be doable. And squid essence would require me killing squids, right? Also probably doable. So that's a thing if we want hearts of the sea. Let's try to get as much of this as we can real quick. This looks pretty nice. Allows treasure enchants. I remember those being cool, but you don't necessarily always want them. But maybe. Sweet. I was unaware that I had enough emeralds to do that. That's cool. 5 echoing skulk shelves. So that needs a warden tendril, which... yeah, requires me killing the warden, I think. So I might hold off on that for now. What I'll probably do is you can chill here, but like be ready to be cool. I'm gonna place down as many of these things as we can and try to get them maxed out just with what I've already got. Setup. Is that cool? Do we have any more shelves in here? We have the glowing, you know, all that stuff. So glowing will get me to 60 pretty easily. Okay. Right. And then crystalline will get me to 60, infused will get me to 60. I'll just let that like boost up my quanta and arcana and all that stuff pretty easily. Because I think at this point it's like really easy to get these. Yeah, see, we're already at 100 there, and then 1 draconic is more than enough for me to hit 100 on that guy, and that's cool, right? Now I just need more experience, right? So we're good. What I'm going to do is grab a chest here. The only thing we might want to do is remember we might want to mess with not having Arcana there. So what I'll probably do is reference my old video and come up with a list of exactly how I did that in the past. Because I remembered we came up with like a pretty perfect setup where I can choose whether or not I want Arcana. So yeah. All right, so we've got an Uber enchanting table. Pretty darn Uber. Pretty happy with it. We can tweak it and adjust it as we see fit, which I said I'll do between episodes. So there we go. We've maxed out to like super high end. What else I wanted to get was that bookshelf, the whatchamacallit. So hey, what was it called again? Enchantment library. Yeah, enchantment libraries are cool. Definitely gonna want that. So I'm gonna want one of you. And then an enchantment library needs some of those guys, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then you just want infused or deep shelves. I guess deep shelves would probably be the best route for that. So let's get my goodness. You know what's funny is I don't think I actually crafted any of those. Now that I'm thinking about it. So where are we with hell shelves? I should be able to turn 4 of these into an infusion, I would expect, right? Are you not going to tell me? Limited enchantability. At least 45, at least 30. So yeah, we should be fine here to do this. Infusion has to be at 100 for you? I'm not going to do that. That should work, right? That gets me to infusion 60. Could probably even do it for cheaper. That works. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now I can get my library. Cool. I don't know how I failed to get that back and put together correctly. Missing something? Good enough. Like I said, I'll make it perfect between episodes. All right. How should I get lots of experience? That's a good question. So there are experience seeds, but that's going to require experience capsules. I think we're going to have to look at the Mystical Agriculture book to figure out how to get experience seeds. But if I could get a lot of those, that could be cool. I want to try it just to see how well it plays out. So can I search for experience capsules or use to collect experience? To collect, simply have some experience capsules in your inventory and pick up XP orbs. Okay. So if I wanted to make these, I would need this. Oh, we're low on prosperity shards? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, prosperity shards is like one of those things where you don't get a lot of those. So I know there's some in the nether. There's probably some in the mining dimension too. Let me check the nether real quick, because I feel like they might be easy to find here. I might be lying. Yeah, like... I need nether quartz ore. I'm here for not zinc. I thought prosperity shard ores might be semi-easy-ish to find, but I might be wrong. We could check the mining dimension as well. So we're gonna have to pick up experience orbs. So my one trick will be, can I get what I need to get out of that? So where might I find prosperity shards? Are those them? Yep. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do small tunnel. To turn you on and make sure that you're in this hammer mode. Cool. That works. And that should get me like a bunch of stuff, including hopefully a lot of prosperity shard ore. I'll just have to look for some. But also emeralds, which I mean, I'm sure I could easily just make emeralds happen, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'd love more prosperity shard ores, because that's really what I'm here for. So what I could do is throw them in like this. Cool. And then it should let me pick them up if I get any, right? So if we look at you, right now I've got 87. I do this and this, and I've got 103. That's not bad. That's kind of cool, right? Let's throw some junk into the backpack, which I feel like would be good. And then awesome. I do like this mining mechanic that I've come up with. It's very nice. Right? And then we can go home. And what I'll do at some point soon, probably, is get the whole mechanism miner bit going. But this will at least get me going for what I need to do to get these guys, right? So I need 8 of these soulium ingots. So that's 4. I'm going to need 4 more for a total of 8. And then I'll need soul glass. So that's going to be soul stone smelted. Cool. And then we should be good to get you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, did I make it so I could, like, get bottles of enchanting out of my thing? I may not have. But I can get buckets, right? I did make that an option. Yes. I can get XP buckets. Can I turn those somehow into bottles of enchanting? Probably. Like, I have a few bottles of enchanting, so there's probably a tricky way to make this happen. I can do that stuff, but no, that's probably not going to be. So fluid tanks from Ender.io, if it's XP juice, might work. It may work with the equivalent. We'll have to find out. A bottler from Productive Bees looks like it uses any kind. So we could try a quick, because I think these are easy enough to make. Let's see if this would behave itself. So if I did that and put you in there, may not. Looks like it has to be the Ender.io XP juice, which is a little bit of a bummer, because I think I'm getting XP fluid from just dire things, right? Yeah. Whoops. That was close. That was close. All right, so what I want to do then is I should probably make a bottle of enchanting recipe from my XP fluid somehow. I'll just have to figure out how I want that to work. Alternatively, like I said, I could make the bottler from Productive Bees, which, you know what? Doesn't require any Productive Bees stuff. So if I did this, and then that... Oh! Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Why is there no glass bottle that's empty? There you are. No, you're on shrink. There you are? Cool. Okay, so I can do that. And that's pretty cool, right? Now, here's the question. If I pick up experience, are you going into the thing? I don't know how much experience I'm going to need. Oh, my. That's probably going to be a hot minute. Like a real hot minute. Is there the tap? Yes, XP tap. Do you think that could be a doable option here? Right? Because what I could do, this is from mob grinding utilities, and you get a singularity tank, an XP drain singularity tank. So if I did this, would this be a cool way for this to work? So can you... Yes? Okay. So what if quickly we did this? You ready? I'm going to take all the experience here, all 75 levels, replace you like that, and then store all my EXP. You should transfer that pretty quickly. That works. I like that. I like that a lot. How do we feel about this? I feel pretty good about it. Always coming up with clever ways to do stuff. I like it. And I have no idea how much experience I'm going to need for this to work, but I kind of don't care. Because eventually, it'll just convert. Right? So now I can turn you off. I'm hoping you retain your XP fluid stuff. I do. Well, you weren't supposed to go there. You were supposed to go like that, right? So now I've got these 4 full. I can I think this will work. So that won't work, but this should. Mechanisms configurator, dude. See? And that's cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say wrapping up point for the episode. Darryl20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll come back next time. What I'm going to do between episodes is make a bunch of experience capsules and see how I can use those to get liquid EXP. But for now, like I said, time to wrap up. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and take it easy.